actually, technically you can use your arrow and move it over if you want, because we don't need to be so careful about the croquis anymore now that it's complete. But if you're going to take it off and arrow it around, make sure it's good. So we have our front over here to the side, and we have our back. All right, I'm gonna do that one more time. One more time. Eyes up. I'm gonna with the black arrow. Boom. Flat. Guys, you good? No, I knew it. When you guys talk, I know there's something lost. Talk to me. What's going on?
Like the new paper.
Oh, let's go back. Okay. So, you know what? To be honest, you guys, in this class, one skill truly is the technical flats. The second skill is following along, right? So, like, do your best. Do your best. If you're missing something, don't be distracted by things around you. Watch first and then do, okay? So watch first. We're gonna, and guys, when you talk, it distracts other people because we can hear the and it's distracting. So, artboard down here at the bottom, just a plus sign. Add a new artboard. You see down here? You see my arrow? You know the layers window. Down, there's next to it artboard. You should have it set up to have layers and artboard in the same window. Artboard, down here at the bottom. Try to focus. We're okay, we're safe, we're okay. Okay. Alright, artboard plus sign. We're going to add new artboard. You see at the very bottom, the window. So make sure if your window is not set up, this is why it needs to be set up the way I asked you to so we can access these quickly. You just add a new artboard. Evie. You okay, guys? Yeah. It's okay. Breathe. We're fine. Okay. We're okay. Go ahead and select the entire dress. Select the dress. We're going to reflect it. Remember the reflection tool? So make sure when you reflect it, you should see all the layers selected. It should be the green layer, the red layer. Everything should be highlighted. Here. Again, the reflection tool should be pulled out as well so you can easily access it. You don't have to go behind anything. Right here, double click. Okay. Same as usual. Copy. And we do this, remember, because if we're doing the front, when we flip it to the back, it's always flipped. So make sure you always flip it, especially if you're doing something asymmetrical. Okay. So let's shift it over. Shift arrow key, just move it on. Or you can use your black arrow and drag it over. Only drag it over if you're confident in your shape. Actually, it's fine. Okay, so now we have two fronts. Okay. So we just use the reflection tool, and we take it and just move it on over to a new workspace so we can have this to work on our back. Now we know we don't want to work while it's colored in, so let's take out the color. So go ahead and select everything. And over here at the bottom right, we have our color, our fill, and our outline, right? Make sure the fill is on top. We're going to do the none. Click that, and that removes all the color. You can also go to the color area here and just click the fill and do none. Either way, let's get rid of the color so it can work. Okay.
middle seam.
Huh?
And the middle seam.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and add a zipper to the middle. If we have a zipper down the middle, what should that seam look like? Oh, you said it. What do we need to do to add a zipper? In sewing, when we're having a zipper, what do we need there to add a zipper?
The seam.
A seam. So let's add a center back seam, yeah? Cool. So when we're doing our tech class, it's really important to think about construction. So this is why now we're going to see how all of our modules, fashion design, pattern making, CAD, they're all going to come together to make the best. So you have to understand the construction so you can make accurate CADs. Bring it all the way down to the bottom. And it should snap to that center guideline. It should snap right on top of it. So I just use the line tool because it's easier, but you can also use the pen tool. Whatever works best for your flow. So we have our center back. What stroke should we make our center back seam? What stroke do you think? What stroke weight should our center back seam be, do you think? 0.5? Do you remember on Tuesday I was telling you what side weights the different design details should be? Do you remember? It was going to be learned points. So should it be 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, or 1? 0.75? It was a bit of a trick question. Sometimes I'm just going to ask you guys questions that are really obvious in life, like until you know me. We just keep it at 1. Okay, I don't ask you to change it. I just was testing you. So let me just go over this one more time because you need to know this. And if you need to write it down maybe for, I don't know, a final exam or something, just remember it. The seams, 1 point. Design details like darts, or if you're doing some type of a gathering stitch, 0.75, a little bit smaller to add some dimension to your flat. And then you're going to do 0.5 for all stitch lines. Okay? Okay. This is not a rule, but it's how I think it makes a nice dimensional. So we have our center back seam. We're not going to draw the zipper yet because that's going to teach how to make zipper in CAD 2. But we can just do like a quick little zipper, I guess. Not a technical one, but just like a chill one. By just going to the paintbrush and just drawing a little more fancy, I guess. You just do a little line, but it's too thick. So then I'm going to take it, I'm going to select it with the black arrow. I go to my properties, and I'm going to do a stroke of probably 0.25. I would say this is like a chill, beginner-friendly way of doing a zipper. You just gotta know it's there. Let's say you're doing a side zipper. Again, his technical flats of purpose is for them to show what's happening technically. So if you're doing a side zipper, you would put it like on the side. If you're doing a side zipper, which side does it go on, the right or the left side? For women's wear. There is a rule. Yeah. Left side. So. We are doing a center back neck. So do we have our little zipper on our cute little dress? That's how we do the back. So we just remove, we unite, we make sure the closures are there, and then we're good. We're not quite done with our flat sketches yet. I want to do one more before we get into our next flat. So, when we're doing our tech flats, there's different flats we're going to need of it. We're going to need a front, just an image of the front, an image of the back, and an image of them together. When we're doing, so actually let's add 2 more artboards. So we have a total of 4 artboards. Down here we have now 4 artboards. So where I want to put the front on one, the back on one, and then we're going to do a front and back on the third. So you can just take this back one, move it over. Now something that is useful when you're moving whole flats over, sometimes if you're just moving it with the black arrow, it comes apart, right? And that could be, sometimes slows you down if you accidentally don't select something. So as a tip, for only when you're moving things, not when you're designing it, only when you're moving things around in placement, is you can group all the items together temporarily. Don't keep them grouped, but we temporarily can group them by selecting all. Oops. Right click, group. So that when you move it around, you just have to click anywhere on it and it moves it.
Anh đăng bài này tại
Okay. So there is industry standard, I guess I will say, way to organize. These are gonna be like our thumbnail or just our two pieces together. Usually, if you put them side by side like this, it's too much space. If they are skinny, like just doing like pants or something like that, we'll do that later, then you can just put them side to side. But if it takes up too much space, you can just put the back behind the front. You want to do it in a way that is not hiding anything that's like important details. So obviously, if there was something on the sleeve, I would, move this, depending on what's being hidden. But basically, I'm not going to put the back like this, where I can't see it. Or even have it still poking out. I want to see most of it, but not all of it. And to show importance, I'm going to put the back a little bit lower. So I'm not going to put it at the same height, and definitely not taller. It shows the front is the important one by making it a little bit lower than the front. Okay, so you just want to overlap it so you can still see the important design details. Something like that. Arrange, send to back.